Hi, Art Foundation students. I wanted to do a screencast to remind you of how to add images to your Weebly website. So back when we were in class together, we had created a Weebly site. And if for some reason you didn't get a chance to create it, the website is Weebly.com. You'll sign in. It's a free login. Preferably sign in with an account that you can have access to after high school, so not a student account, if you can remember, or you can sign in with your student account. Either will work. Once you get to the main Weebly page, you will be asked to choose a theme, and that theme will allow you to then change components of it throughout. So I've already have my theme, and I'm already on kind of the opening page here. So I have my Miss Novotny practice.weebly page. So I'm going to go ahead and go to edit site so that I can show you where at this point you will actually be adding things into your site. So once you go to edit site, it will pop up this workable window, and there's two components to it. You have a build and a pages component. These are two tabs that you'll use. You can also change your theme at any point by clicking on the theme button. In addition, you have all of your basic additional items. So this is where you can add a title, you can add text, you can add an image, you can add a gallery of images, or you can add a slideshow. So these 5 buttons would be the buttons that you would use primarily to add things to your website. Right now, you should have your name on your website, so you can just click and change this at any point to have your name in there. So I'm adding my first name. In addition, you'll want to add different pages. So your pages need to have a home page, where on your home page you can put a picture of yourself, you can change anything that you'd like, you can remove anything. Notice I can remove these elements. These are just part of the theme. I can also edit the image. I can actually pop an image into there of my choice, and that's where you can add things in. You can change this layout at any point by adding or deleting by dragging things in here. If you want to add an additional image, you could always add this in, and then it would supply an additional image spot right here. In addition, you want to make different pages. So as you can see, I have a portfolio page and a contact page. A contact page, I'd just like you to have an email contact page, no address, no other information, just some way that someone could email you if they had a question. Your portfolio page, this is where you're going to be displaying your artwork. So we've done several projects throughout this class, your positive and negative space painting, the spray paint painting, the still life bottle drawing, and then you've now done your e-learning exercises. So you have your digital painting that you've done or your drawing. You can also put in there any of the additional work that you're going to do for the final, which will be a photography scavenger hunt. You'll be putting images from your scavenger hunt on your website. And then you can also put your 1-point or 2-point perspective lettering on your website. If you do all of this work, I'm going to be giving you extra credit so that I can check your website and see that you've added things to it. This is where you add pages. Right here where the word pages comes up, you can actually add a page. So in this case, if I wanted to add a page, I would add a standard page. This just gives me a regular link, standard page. I can name the page. We're just going to call this practice. And then at this point, I can choose to remain having a header, or I'm going to choose no header. That way I don't have to always scroll through to get an interesting image out of the way. So now I'm going to hit done. And I now have a practice page, notice right here, a contact, and a portfolio. If I wanted my practice page actually to appear under the portfolio, I can drag it and tab it in. Now, when I hover over portfolio, there's actually another link there. That's helpful if you wanted to divide out your artwork. Maybe you're doing your own artwork on your own and you want it separate from your Art Foundation's work. You might want to have another class's work involved in there as you take more classes in high school. Maybe you want to put more up on your website. So that's how you add an extra page or a link underneath as well. So you can see that each of these has header or no header, and then you can add in titles, you can add an image. So let's go back to adding in an image. So I'm going to go down to the very bottom here, and I'm going to drag an image in. Now this will give me an image window. I'm also going to grab a title and drop that in as well. So we could, in this case, we could call this your 1-point or 2-point perspective. All right. Or you could call it digital painting, or you can call it your 10 scavenger Hunt images, which you will be getting that information on Monday. So you can put in whatever you'd like in this space. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my digital painting, and I would like this to actually be in the center, so I can now adjust just like you can in Microsoft Word. And now I'm ready to actually add in an image of some sort. So if you would like to find your images, just a reminder where those images are located in your Drive for Google. There's a shared drive folder. Under the shared drive, there's an Art Foundation Spring 2020 e-learning tab. In there, I have artwork completed for website. This is the famous person digital drawing and painting. And you can actually go in here, and this is where people have dropped images in from when they originally chose their celebrity. So this is actually my image, which I'm going to add into my website. So that was the image that I had for it. So I'm going to go ahead and add that image in here in just a moment. So I can now upload an image by clicking here. I'm going to upload a photo from my computer. Now I'm going to actually add in the image that I created for you as my example. So let me just find that real quickly. Sorry, it's actually right here. Okay, here we go. So now I can add in my image. I believe it's this one. Let's see. Yes, that's the one that I painted. And it should show up in this bottom section, and there it is. And that's my artwork now in my website. So I now have that additional artwork in there. Again, you will be getting extra credit for doing this. I will have you give me your website address when you're finished and you've published. So publishing is the last thing that we do. When we hit the word publish, then we are done. And that means it's saved. This is your actual website address. So when you send me your website address, this is what you would be sending me so that I know exactly where to go. And that way I can access the work that you've done. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here at any point. Thank you.